Hi, my name is Mindy Juliana and I'm from Fairbanks, Alaska. This training video is how to sharpen a straight edge with the Ed Reed Sharpener. For the example, we're going to use the Santoku knife. So for sharpening purposes, what we're looking at is actually the edge on the knife is this small little sloped part that goes down the entire length of the blade on both sides. It's just this little narrow slope. So before you begin sharpening the customer's knife, you want to make sure that it actually has that slope evenly down the length of the knife. If it doesn't have that slope, that means they've lost their edge. And you will be able to sharpen their knife today, but it won't stay sharp. So I do recommend that any knives that don't have that angle down the length of the blade on both sides, they automatically go back to the factory and get reground, and then the customer can just start from scratch. So this knife has the edge on both sides, but it has what's called a burr on it. And the burr is when the blade folds over. So they use it, and then they don't sharpen it, and the steel folds over. And you can see how my fingernail is getting caught on the blade. And we want to clean that up for the customer. Before we start sharpening, you always want to make a benchmark cut. This is for two purposes. One, so you see what's happening on the knife, and two, so that the customer gets a visual of a before and after cut so they know that your service was valuable. So the before cut didn't work very well, and we saw that it wasn't working in the places where it actually had the burr. And so we're going to take the Ed Reed Sharpener, and we've got the guards, we're going to hold it. Now the stones are actually at the exact angle that you need to sharpen it. So all you need to do is make sure that you keep the knife level and perpendicular to the deck. Now the important thing when you sharpen a knife is that you get the same edge on both, same angle on both sides, evenly down the length of the knife. So to do that, we want to always make sure that we start all the way back here and that we always go to the tip. You don't want to start sharpening a knife here. All right, now you can do this fast, but I found that if you keep an even speed, you actually will sharpen the knife better than trying to rush through it. Sharpening a knife is a skill, and it's a skill that you can learn, and it's a skill that you can get really good at. And I found that if I take my time with the sharpening, my customers' knives actually stay sharper a lot longer, and they stay happier a lot longer too. And so I'm sharpening it all the way down the length of the knife on both sides, and I can actually feel it getting smoother. That folded over burr is gone. And we had a nice clean cut. So I'm going to change stones to the white, because now that I've got an edge with the gray stones, I want to clean it up with the white stones and get a super fine edge on it. And so, hear how it's much higher pitched? That means that it's just cleaning up any loose steel, giving you a super fine edge. And you can see that I sometimes hold it like this, and that I sometimes hold it straight. Either one is fine. It's just important that you make sure the angle is correct. And then when I'm done, it should always cut through the paper like that. Sharpening a straight edge with the Ed Reed Sharpener. Thank you.